What's up, guys? Welcome back to the next video on learning Kotlin. My name is QD Yazani and you guys watching my channel Wood. Alright, so we begin with our war arc. Okay, so as you've seen in the previous video that we have displayed Joe Biden, all my friends, Donald Trump and myself, and Michael, Robert, David and Boris. Okay, so as we said in the previous video, that in this video we're gonna talk about the function main, and there is a you guys seen that argument, and as we are talking about the argument here, variable argument, and you guys look at here, there is a argument and it's the type array of strings. Why is even there? Why is the function main accepts the argument of array of strings? Okay, why is even there? Okay, first to begin with, when Kotlin starts, there is nothing here to execute the program or anything. So the function main is the entry point for the Kotlin. So has to be some place where the Kotlin knows how to execute the programs, and where to put what things, where to put the stuff, and the function main, which is the entry point for the Kotlin. And when you guys doing Linux and Unix, so because sometimes the programmers, a lot of programmers, most of the programmers, they don't like this GUI, graphical user interface, so they prefer command line. So when they do from the command line, in Windows says CMD. So if you type CMD, okay, so it says CMD is run command, but in Unix, this CMDs have a very special place, and everything, whatever runs in Linux and Unix, they do it, all the programmers, they do it through the command line. So they do this command line interface through this one. So whatever you guys put it here, XYZ ABC strings here, whatever you guys put it here, so this function main accepts it, because this is all arguments, as we said in the previous video, that when you guys putting the parameter here and the function here at the main receives the arguments, and that's exactly true here. And this function receives the argument as send, but this function receives the argument not from inside here, this is from the command line, and that's why there is a function main and argument inside of the type array of strings. So as I demonstrated in the previous videos, and I think one of my subscribers, they put a like, and I think they understood the idea of this argument, because once you guys put in here the parameter, and this is the parameter here, and here you guys can put an argument. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how you guys quickly can put an argument. So I'm gonna put this comment this, and I'm gonna come here and I comment this as well, comment this function, because we are not using this one. Okay, how I'm gonna give you this function now argument. So you guys, if you guys wanna do this one, get rid of this one, you can get rid of this one, but I put a command line because I don't want to execute these ones. Okay, so now I have a function main, and my function main accepts the argument, and it's the type array of strings. So how you guys gonna give arguments to function main? So when if you guys gonna come here, and if you guys look in here, it says bar args. When you guys press this caret here, and it says edit configuration. When you guys to edit configuration, I'm gonna repeat again. So when you guys come here, when there is a run here beside it, when you guys click, and it says edit configuration, and you can see that's your function here, and it says main class, that's your class, VM option, don't worry about this, and it says program argument. This program argument, that's exactly when I show you guys from the command line, when you see the black screen, this is where the program takes the argument, this main. So if I go say and put my channel cryo, and I put a wood, me, you, we all love world, for example. So now I have to put I put it Now I put a Corayo, I'm gonna put second one, I'm gonna put a me, you, we, all, love, world. Whatever string you guys put it, this is an array of strings now. So they've got a string of the size of the position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 according to the computer. But if you counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 according to us. So the computer, because the computer goes from the 0. Okay, so now the program has an argument. This program has an argument. So when you guys come here and press OK, and now your program is going to take argument. So how you guys want to display these arguments, whatever we wrote here? So you guys going to come here and it says for loop, just exactly like here. Like here for x in str print, because you guys need the save here we put a for x in str because we have str here. Now you guys needs to put an argument for so here we had a str. Look at here, it has an arg for args, for arg in args, because this args for arg in args, because here we put a for x in str because we had a str here, and you can put a your print ln, and what's the print ln that you're gonna print your argument. Okay, as you can see in here, we don't have any function around here. All our functions commented, we don't have anything here, and we have an argument, but our arguments inside here, edit configuration, this is our argument here. So we're going to run our program now, we're going to save, and if you run, there you go. Ooh la la. So you can see here it says Koraya, would, me, you, we, all, love, world. So if you come here, edit configuration, and you can see whatever we wrote here, Koraya, would, me, you, we, all, love, world. So these arguments, because we are giving the main the arguments. So this the program argument is exactly the same as you can see here, the CMD. And if you know Linux, and that's exactly coming from here, because the Linux and the Unix operating systems, keep in mind there is other operating system beside Windows. Windows is not the only operating system. So for the scientists and all the engineers and all top class programmers, they don't use a Windows just to I don't know if you guys like it or don't like it, but they don't use it. They don't like some of the scientists or programmers, they hate Windows because Windows is too slow. So they use something called Linux or Ubuntu or Unix and Fedora and other operating systems. And what they programs they do mainly works through the command line. And when they works through the command line, they don't like this interface, and when they don't, because it's too slow. And when they do it the command line, they use the they sometimes they every now and then they pass arguments. So for the program to run, they needs to accept argument, be it in C++, in Java, in every programming language, C#, every programming language, they have an entry point. And every programming language, I'll say starting from C all the way to every single programming language, you see that they have a main. Java has a main program for the entry point for the Java, and it accepts arguments from the command line, be it in Kotlin, because Kotlin is similar to Java. And so think of this one as a entry point. And now it's a very good time for me to teach you guys about these arguments of the time array strings. So here, if you see here, we are giving array of strings here. If you look in here, Koraya, would, me, and this is an array of strings. So it means it accepts the argument. So here, if you look in here, we are giving argument for arg in args. This is args, and we are printing the arg. So every single arg, for every single arg, this is the single args. This is every single arg in args. Argument in arguments. It's a plural, because now is every single argument comes into the plural arguments. So that's how the int main, function main inside the Kotlin is accepts the arguments of type array. This is the type of array of strings. And when we reach to the template, then I'm going to show you guys how we put the array, and it's a type, how you guys going to put a type string, how you guys going to put a type int. So when we reach to the templates, you guys going to learn this automatically. But for now, you guys look at here the function main. If someone asks you why there is arguments here, because the function main takes an argument from command line. So it's very good for the Ubuntu or Linux or Fedora or any other known window operating systems, because they are totally different from the Windows. And some of the programmers, they don't like this interface, the GUI. We have a GUI, which is graphical user interface, and we have a CLI, which is command line interface. So a lot of programmers, they don't like this one. They just go in there and they use the command line to pass arguments inside the program. And this Kotlin is happily accepts this argument, whatever arguments the programmer wishes to give. And as soon as you guys come here and starts a loop, and you should know by now what is loops, and you guys can print your loop. So that's how the argument works inside the Kotlin. All right, that's it for this video. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you have a question or comment, leave it in the comment box. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.
You